This season has been hugely anticipated. Whether it's the Caitlin Clark effect or the league's evolution, this 28th season is breaking records from selling out arenas and gaining fans.
And one person who's been following along for a while now, Pepper Persley. She's a 13-year-old reporter who has not only interviewed new stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but also legends like Sue Bird and Brittany Griner, everywhere from courtside to postgame to her podcast.
She plays basketball herself, taught me some Taekwondo, and let me ask her a whole bunch of questions, including how she got into journalism. How did you even come about the thought at 6 years old, I want to have an interview with an athlete?
My parents took me to WNBA games since I was 2. So I kind of had that experience and I had a lot of questions about it. I had a lot of curiosity. So I think being able to ask those questions really led me to continue to want to highlight those athletes that inspire me.
Do you have a favorite interview that you've done?
I think what's fresh on my mind was doing the WNBA draft.
I'm here with Caitlin Clark.
The fit is fitting, right? 4 + 4?
Yes, 8.
Thank you.
Getting to talk to those athletes right before such a pivotal moment in their life, I think was really cool. And that is kind of, I feel like, grown the game, especially for me. A lot of my friends have seen those TikToks that I posted from that. So that's been really cool.
What does it mean to you to just be a part of this generation of women's basketball that's grown the game so much and inspires girls like me?
It's amazing. I mean, girls like you that look up to us, and I want to be lead by a good example, and I think we've done a good job by that and give you inspiration that you can do the same thing we're doing one day.
Let's talk about, how do you prepare for these interviews, right? What does that look like for you?
I'll watch some of what they do, and I like to start off with their journey. So if they were an athlete, if they are an athlete, kind of how they got their start in that, or how they got their start in whatever they're doing. And then I always like to end with asking what advice they have for kids like me.
Thanks, Pepper. I don't know, I just feel like I was that little girl just a short while ago, so I would just say dream big.
Have you gotten a piece of advice that has really resonated with you from one of your guests, and who gave it to you?
I talked to Kelsey, who was someone that I loved watching when I was younger, and I still love watching.
It's good to see you, KV.
And I think it's just so fun and short, but she said, work hard, have fun, and listen to your parents. My parents are here, and they love that.
Your book, Not to Anything, talks about dreaming big and also being bullied in the 2nd grade. Can you tell me more about the book?
Yeah, I think the book was something that I'd never thought about doing, definitely not at the age I am now. I was like, this is an amazing opportunity for me to talk about something that I don't talk about a lot, which is my experience with bullying and how important it is to stand up to bullies and to support kids who are going through that, and even support kids who are bullying.
What does bullying look like for a 2nd grader?
I think it was really hard for me. I was trying to make new friends, and I thought I'd made new friends with these 2 girls who were athletes too. And they actually left this letter on my desk, which was just incredibly mean. It was like,
oh, that's gross.
I know, too athletic, too bossy, too all of these things. And I was like, that's ridiculous. And so I'm just glad that I have the support I do now. Because it was definitely something that was hard for me to overcome, but I realized that I don't want anybody else to feel the way I did.
How does it feel to be the interviewee?
Yeah, I think I love sharing my story, especially about everything that I do, but I love asking questions too. So it's good to have a balance, but interviewing is definitely my favorite.
It's your favorite?
Yeah.